The first reason why we and the world needs a standalone urban SDG is the fact that cities in the past, today, and I suppose also in future, are drivers. Drivers in, let's say, at least three manners, in three dimensions. Drivers, let's say, for the demographic development. All those cities, they grow and grow and grow. They are drivers for innovation, because it's due to the fact that there is a density of people, density of cultures, density of several backgrounds that creates a sort of innovative fabric. And the third aspect, cities are also the places, they tell us where we come from, where you come from, where I come from. So there are several layers you can meet, and that's something what we should somehow cultivate and we should preserve as a resource for future development. So, and all this is not automatically, unfortunately, protected and safeguarded. It isn't. That's why we need this goal, paying especially attention on cities. The challenge is that there are, of course, plenty of other challenges in place. We face every day, and let's say researchers, politicians, we as citizens face, be it challenge of water supply, energy, food, the question and the problem of poverty. And it's not obvious for everybody, for everyone, that cities are somehow the nucleus condensating all those problems. And they are rather oriented, that's a bit our, let's say, intellectual development of the last century, I would say. They are rather oriented to deal with issues in a very, very sector-oriented manner. And they are not used to discuss it in a, let's say, holistic way. Exactly, they ignore somehow that the city, the spatial, let's say, approach could offer to deal with all those somehow sectoral problems in a, let's say, transversal way. It's a fact of ignorance. It's a fact of, let's say, mindset, intellectual mindset. Look, our universities, how the next generation, how the current generation is trained. They are trained in special departments, and there isn't any connection. And again, the aspect of space, be it an urban space, be it a sort of territory, be it in a region, is very often ignored. So that's why it's difficult to convince and to make it all, let's say, obvious. There is, of course, a small community of scientists and of, let's say, and experts. They are convinced, they know about the necessity, but the majority doesn't. The majority does not. It seems obvious that there will be an alone standing urban goal. That means the major actors in the negotiations, beyond the community I just mentioned, share, not all, but a majority seems to share the necessity. So this is a good thing. Let's say the colleagues, politicians negotiating the future SDGs accept that. The other challenge is, and I would say we have overcome, is giving the urban actors a voice. Mayors, urban scientists, for instance, NGOs working on urban issues. They are now, let's say, visible, they are tangible, and they have a voice, and they organize themselves, which was not given in the beginning. And they don't organize only because this was given in some countries. Of course, they were always organized. But this happens now on a very global level. That's another challenge we overcame. It has been a very nice experience. It was a nice experience in the sense that we created a joint, a common semantic space. You know, people, we all together come from different contexts, different cultural contexts, different, let's say, societies, different, let's say, also professional contexts. Some people are practitioners, daily workers in cities, if you like. Others are researchers, working more about, let's say, theories. In my case, I'm engaged, I'm working in the context of technical international cooperation, so technical cooperation in other countries beyond Europe. So what we created was a sort of common semantic space, common understanding. I like that. That was something I love. It was not just l'art pour l'art. We managed to present now a very good document. We refined and redefined targets, the indicators, the crucial work, but we can share now actually. So it's sort of joint work, what we would jointly, and we will jointly now, let's say, present to other colleagues, to the communities. I could connect personally more or less working on, let's say, questions of implementation. I could better connect to this overall, let's say, philosophy and catalogue of indicators and targets. That's a very, let's say, crucial added value for me. What I will bring back now in my institution also. That's the German International Cooperation. So I leave it with those three nice results.